What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today we are going to be ranking every live action film design from the Transformers movies. So that is all the way from Transformers 2007 to Rise of the Beasts, and yeah, it's every single main character with a few background characters that have interesting enough designs mixed in. There isn't much criteria for this, and because there's a lot to go through, I will just be going like rapid fire. So yeah, there's not really a criteria. As you can see, I've got 5 tiers with perfect, amazing, great, alright, and meh. And yeah, it's just down to my personal taste with these designs, so don't expect any objective criteria when it comes to ranking them. Aside from that, there's only a couple of missions, which are the small characters that aren't really important, like Scalpel or Reedman. Characters like that I've not bothered to include because they'd all probably just go in meh anyways, so yeah. Let's start with the 2007 Optimus Prime, which is an absolutely perfect design. I can't find any faults with it whatsoever, and yeah. Next is Ironhide, which is also a perfect design to me. I love how bulky he is, and he's just an amazing character. Next is 2007 Ratchet, which I think it's a great design. It's not amazing, and it's definitely not perfect, but it's great. Jazz next, that is a perfect design. Absolutely perfect transition from G1 to live action right there, and they don't get much better than that. Next is the Beta Bumblebee, which it's alright. I don't really like, I don't feel it as much. But then we go on to the more updated Chimera Bumblebee, which is a great design. I wouldn't say it's perfect, I don't think it's amazing, but I do think it's good. Now we're on to Megatron, and it's an amazing design. I love it. I know it's not really exactly like his G1 design, but I still love this design. Next is Blackout, which I think is perfect. Yeah, it's perfect to me. Brawl, amazing. Just such a tanky, like the tankiness and bulkiness is just absolutely on point with Brawl. Next is Bone Crusher, which I also think is an amazing design. I don't know why I like it so much, but I really do. Then there's Barricade, which I think is a great design. Starscream, I think it's great. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's good. Frenzy, I'm a bit meh to it. It's not anything special, in my opinion. Scorponok, I think it's alright. And now we're into Revenge of the Fallen, and our first one is Bumblebee. And I think it's better than his 2007 design, but I don't think it's much better. Next is Sideswipe, which I think's perfect. Jolt, which I forgot about in my previous tier list for the Autobots, but Jolt, I think it's got an amazing design. Now, hear me out. This is the one where I'll actually go into a bit of detail. Look at the whips, and I love his hands. I love the way the doors sit on his back. The colour is amazing. The only thing that's a little bit iffy is his head, but if you look at his toy design rather than his film design, I think it's perfect. So, apart from the head, I think it's an amazing design. Next is Skids in his ice cream truck mode. It's alright. Mudflap, also alright. Now in the Chevrolet modes, and they're just alright, I think. I prefer the ice cream truck modes, to be honest, but yeah. I like that these are separate vehicles, but I prefer the look of the ice cream truck modes. Then it's the RC triplets, which I think are alright. I probably prefer them over them. I think all 3 of them are alright. I don't really have a particular favourite with them. They're not like the most... They are quite creative. I will give them that with like the wheels and all that, but apart from that, they're alright. Next is Wheelie. I'm a bit meh to it. It's not exactly bad, but I'm not looking at it thinking, oh, that's great. Jetfire, I think is an amazing design. I think he's better than Jolt. Jet-powered Optimus Prime is a perfect design. I love it. It's so like powerful looking, and yeah, I love the way he uses it in the film. Then it's Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, and I think it's a great design, but I do prefer his 2007 look, to be honest. The Fallen, it's alright. I mean, I don't necessarily think I don't think it's bad, but it's not really like, it doesn't pop out to me really. Then it's Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon Starscream, which, to be honest, I prefer the tattoos. And I think they improved the design quite a lot, so He's still going to be in great, but he's going to be up here now. Then it's Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave, and he was just a satellite in the film. So I think I'm just going to put him in meh, because this is really it for him. Then it's Grindor, and Blackout's a perfect design. Grindor, it's the exact same design with a slight tweak, as in he's got a different vehicle mode, so I'm going to drop him down to amazing. But I still think the general outlook of both of these designs are absolutely incredible. Then it's Ravage, and I think it's alright. I think Scorponok's better, but I do like Ravage's design. Then Demolisher, and I do actually think it's a great design. I think it's really creative, the wheels and that. But at the same time, I don't think it's like amazing because it's quite simple. Then there's Long Haul. I absolutely love this design. I don't know if it's perfect. Yeah, I'm going to put it in perfect. I love this design so much. I don't know what it is specifically about it, but I absolutely love it. Mixmaster, I think, is an amazing design. I love the way they've made the cylinder thingy on the back of the truck turn into a shield. I absolutely love that. Scrapper, I think it's a great design. Rampage, I like it more than Scrapper, and I also think it's a great design. Devastator, I think it's an amazing design. I know some people really don't like how it's on all four legs. He's got specific parts between the legs. But I think if you look past that and you look at the reason why it has to be on all four legs, which is because of the amount of weight and he needs to support himself, like, I think when you take all that in, I can look past that and then I can appreciate how incredible this design looks. Then there's the Pretender, or better known as Alice. I think it's bottom of meh. Sideways, I think is just a great design. Yeah, I think it's a great design. I don't think it's exactly amazing, but I think it's great. Then there's the Protoforms. I'm a bit meh to them. They're alright, but yeah. Optimus Prime from Dark of the Moon. Perfect. Even better than his Revenge of the Fallen in 2007 look. Ratchet from Dark of the Moon. I think he's top of great. I think the colours do a lot for him. I much prefer this colour scheme, and yeah, for some reason the colours really make this design like more favourable to me. Bumblebee from Dark of the Moon, top of great. I love like the new chest. I love like it gives him a bit of bulk and like a bit more like strength, so I really like that. And the vehicle mode's amazing, even though we're not looking at the vehicle mode. Dino is an amazing design. I think he's even better than these guys. I love the blades. I love the Ferrari. I love how sleek he looks. Really good design. Q, I think it's alright. I'm indifferent to it. Leadfoot, also alright. I think he's better than Q though. Yeah, Leadfoot's alright. I know like it's really cool that he's all like kitted out with the guns and that, but I still like it's just alright, you know what I mean? Roadbuster though, I think is a great design. I think I will put him there. Topspin, I think is also a great design. Brains, meh. You'll probably notice that with all these little ones, even though I think that's the last for the little ones. Sentinel Prime is a perfect design. I love the little back things. I love his look. And yeah, Dark of the Moon Megatron. I do think it's a great design still. I don't think it's amazing, but I do think it's great. I think it's top of great. Shockwave, perfect design. Absolutely perfect. Can't get much better than that when it comes to a live action design for a character. Soundwave, I know he doesn't look like G1, but I still think it's a great design. I think I prefer it there. Crankcase, it's alright. Maybe I prefer there. Crowbar is alright. I prefer him a little bit more over Crankcase. Hatchet, it's alright. I think that's the order I would rather have them in. The Driller, it's alright. I mean, look, I love how massive it is. The scenes with it are great, but the design is cool, but it's not very like interesting to me personally. I do think it's better than you guys though. Laserbeak, it's alright. Devcon, I think is an amazing design. The drones from Dark of the Moon, they're probably the better looking drones out of all of them. Evasion Mode Optimus, I don't know. I think he's still perfect because he uses the G1 truck, and I love how it combines with his live action design, so I think it is perfect. The Last Night Optimus, I think it's an amazing design, don't get me wrong, but I don't like that there's no car parts on truck parts on his vehicle, on his robot mode. I hated that with all the Age of Extinction and Last Night designs. I don't like the lack of car parts. Granted, the Last Night started bringing it back a little bit with Hot Rod, but the Age of Extinction designs I'm not vibing with a lot. Apart from High Octane Bumblebee, which I think is an amazing design for the character. I think he is even better than Jolt. Yeah, I think it's amazing. I love the colour scheme. I wish they'd kept this design for the entire film. I wish they didn't go to this design, which I do think is great. I like the battle mask, but again, no car parts is a big downer for me. So I think I'm going to put him just above Starscream. Then it's Hound. I think, again, it's a great design, but he just looks like a big man. I don't like his face. It's just a human face. Drift I can make a pass for because it's a samurai mask. So I can make a pass for his face looking a bit more human. But other than that, I do not like it. So, for example, with Crosshairs, he will also go in great. Then it is Grimlock, which I think is a perfect design. Slug, I think all the Dinobots are perfect. Yeah, I think all the Dinobots are perfect in their own way. I absolutely love them. I think Scorn is my second favourite design, to be honest, out of them. Now it's Lockdown, and I think it's an amazing design, but I don't think it's perfect. His face, again, way too human looking, and there's not a lot of Lamborghini parts on him, but other than that, I do really like that design. Galvatron, it's alright, it's top of alright. Stinger is basically the same as Bumblebee, but I actually really like the red. The KSI tracks, or just the KSI drones in general, yeah, I think they're alright. I think I like them that much. Then it is Lockdown's Mercenaries, and they are meh to me. Then it's the Free Junk Heap drones, and I think all their designs are alright. I think they go about there in that order. Then it's Two Head. I'm a bit meh to it. Like, a top of meh. Like, I don't hate it, but I also don't really like it. Then it is the Steel Jaws, which I think are alright. Then it's Bumblebee from The Last Night. You'd think I'd put him above his Dark of the Moon version, but I prefer the Dark of the Moon one. Then it's Bumblebee from World War II, and I actually do think it's a great design. I think it's just below his 2007 and Revenge of the Fallen design, but I still think it's really good. Then we've got Hot Rod. I think it's an amazing design. I know it looks nothing like G1, which is the case for most of these, so I don't really think about that, but I do really like his design. Then his World War II version does drop a bit. It probably goes next to Bumblebee's. Then Drift from The Last Night. I actually prefer his Bugatti mode, I will not lie, but I still like the red. Then it's Cogman. It's alright. I don't really think much about it. I think I prefer all these over it. Squeaks. It's alright. Go there. Then it's Storm Rain, and I've only put 3 of the Guardian Knights here because the rest kind of look very similar to each other, and these are the 3 standouts. And all 3 of them I think are just alright, and if you let me explain myself, it's because they don't really look like Transformers. So if it wasn't Transformers that we're talking about here, they'd be great designs, but because it's Transformers, I just think they're alright. Then it's Dragonstorm. I do think it's amazing. I think it's better than Devastator, but I don't think it's perfect because there's a lot of like spikiness going on. How do 13 Knights turn into this is beyond me, but anyways, Day Trader, I'm not a fan of this design. I'm not a fan of that character altogether. I find him really annoying. Then there's Volleybot, which is basically Topspin but with Leadfoot's head, and because of that change, I think it goes from great to alright. Bulldog, I think, is an amazing design. It's a shame that it's just a background character, but I do think it's an amazing design. Canopy is meh to me. He's just a long haul repaint. Then there's Trench, which is a scrapper repaint, but I still think it's alright. Then there's Lieutenant, I think it's an alright design. Then it's Quintessa, I'm just meh to it. Last Night Megatron is perfect, absolutely love it. The Last Night Barricade, I think is perfect, I really like that design. Berserker, it's alright. I probably, for some reason, prefer it over Crankcase. Dreadbot, alright, prefer it over Crowbar. Then there's Mohawk, it's alright. I probably prefer it that much. Onslaught is a long haul repaint, but I really like the long haul design, and I really like this design and his vehicle mode, so I think it's a great design, even though it is just a reskin. Nitro Zeus is another reskin, but you barely see the KSI drone that it's based on, so I can kind of give it a pass, but I still don't think it's like particularly amazing. I think it's probably great. I probably prefer it over Starscream's design. I think I prefer it over his Revenge of the Fallen design, actually. I prefer it over Revenge of the Fallen Megatron as well. Then it's Infernicus, and it's alright. Now we're into the Bumblebee movie and the new timeline, so the designs differ quite a lot here, but the basis of in which I'm ranking them kind of stays the same. We'll start with the Cybertronian Bumblebee, which I think's alright. Then there's the Jeep Bumblebee, which I do actually like. I think it's a great design, but I don't think it's very high. I think it's probably at the bottom there. The Volkswagen Bumblebee, it's quite a jump. I think it's perfect. His Camaro mode Bumblebee, I think is great. Probably just behind his Dark of the Moon and Last Night version. Then there's Bumblebee Movie Optimus, which is perfect. Bumblebee Movie Cliff Jumper is going to go right next to Bumblebee in his Cybertronian mode. Bumblebee Movie RC is a great design. Bumblebee Movie Wheeljack is a perfect design. Bumblebee Movie Ratchet and Ironhide, I think they're great, but I don't particularly, I don't like having Ratchet and Ironhide be reskins of each other, to be honest. So that's kind of why I'm not ranking them any higher, even though I know it's more G1 accurate. Brawn, I think it's alright. I've never really been a fan of that design anyways. Then there's Shatter in a Cybertronian mode, which I think's alright. Shatter in a car mode, I like it a bit more, so I think it is a great design. Her final design, a triple changer design, which I think is amazing. I will stick you there, actually. Then there's Dropkick Cybertronian mode, which is going to go just above Shatter's. His car mode, which I think is even better than Shatter's. I prefer it over Drift and Hound, Crosshairs and Hound, actually. Then Dropkick's final design, I think is absolutely amazing too. In fact, I think Grindor's a bit too high there. I think I'm going to put Grindor there. Blitzwing, I think is a perfect design. Dropkick and Shatter are also perfect. Soundwave, I think is amazing. Shockwave, I think is also amazing. The reason these aren't in perfect is because perfect does not mean how accurate is it to G1. Perfect is just perfect to me personally on how much I like that design, basically. And like, as much as I like these two's design, I just don't absolutely love it. Starscream is probably actually going to be perfect though. I really like that design. And as you can see, this list is getting smaller and smaller for me, just so I can see the entire list. But next, I believe, is Thrust, which I think is an amazing design. I really like how they implement the cone heads into the live action aesthetic. Thundercracker is an amazing design. Then there's Ravage, which I think's alright. Optimus Prime from Rise of the Beasts. Now, I think this is an amazing design. I don't think it's perfect. I think there's a bit too much grey, and I don't like necessarily his proportions, if that makes sense. I think his head's a little bit small and his chest is a little bit too big. Mirage, I think it's a perfect design. Bumblebee from Rise of the Beast, I think this is a perfect design too. RC, I think is an amazing design. There's not much going on there, but it's still an amazing design. Then there's Wheeljack, which I know a lot of people have a problem with it, but I still think it's a great design. Then there's Stratosphere, I think it's an absolutely amazing design. Ape-Link, I think is a great design. Optimus Primal in both modes, which goes for the rest of the Beast Wars characters, I'm thinking in both modes, I think is a perfect design. Air Razor is a great design. Cheetor, I think it is also a great design. Rhinox, same again. Scourge, I think is an amazing design. Battletrap is perfect to me, absolutely love it. Nightbird's a great design, I don't think it's amazing though. Then there's Freezer, I am meh to it. Scorponok I think is alright. And Unicron I think is absolutely perfect. But yeah guys, this is how I'd rank all the live action designs next to each other in a tier list. Make sure you comment down below what your ranking would be, because I know that your list will differ from mine, because mine's very much just personal preference rather than anything set in stone. So yeah, I'd like to know what your thoughts on my list are, and I'd like to see what your lists are, so make sure you comment them. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like this content and you want to see more like this. And yeah guys, I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will see you in the next one.